These people are very rare. They have always been there and always will be. They live on different continents and pray to different gods. But they all have abilities that are beyond explanation. Their words are prophetic. Their undertakings sometimes contradict the laws of physics. Our project is about them, the mysterious chosen ones, the people of knowledge.
Transparent lakes, infinite fields, whispering winds. It is the Maari Republic in the Volga region of Russia. With only 4 major towns and many villages, this is a land of people who protect their traditions religiously. The Maari people live in the same setting which was created by nature thousands of years ago. They keep their faith and traditions which they inherited by their distant ancestors. Here in the Maari land, Christianity was not able to force out the pagan beliefs. Instead, it blended into the older and darker ideas of the universe. The Maari worship the supreme creator called Yumo and appeal to various gods, goddesses, and spirits, following the pagan practices when it comes to addressing everyday problems. This magical realism holds a special place for the witch doctors. They communicate with the spirits, possess knowledge of white and black magic. They are on edge between good and evil. Here in Maari, every village has their own Kova-vlak, old ladies referred to as the people of knowledge. It has almost been a year since Sergei started having a variety of issues. His business stopped being profitable. There's constant tension among his family. Furthermore, he's suffering from insomnia and strange headaches.
It's depression. Things at work are awful. I feel like giving up. I can't do anything. I am scared to go back home because I expect the same argument as the night before. I am going home thinking about my wife. I understand that I want to keep my family together. I don't want it destroyed because of someone's quirks. I feel completely confused, and I can only see darkness. Impenetrable. Once you enter it, you cannot see a thing.
The doctors are unanimous and keep saying that he's overly tired and needs to take a rest. Sergei is convinced, though, that things are much more serious than that. His life is falling apart, misfortune is following him, his health is failing at a relatively young age, and for this Maari, it is not merely an unlucky streak. It is obvious that it has something to do with a spell, a curse.
Something's getting in the way, but it's not clear what it is. It's most likely has something to do with a young woman who stalks me and my wife. She's either waiting outside my block or right next to the apartment door. I told her not to do that, but she ignores me. She doesn't care. She said to me, "You're either going to be mine or nobody's." And that's what she's been pursuing. This is really a spell.
People avoid spells like the plague. Black magic is considered to be a prison for the body and the soul. They say that when someone casts a spell on you, you lose your vitality, and you can't manage it on your own. It's only the witch doctors who can help you to undo the spell, the Kova-vlak old ladies who live in the depth of the Maari Republic. Hundreds of kilometers away from a big town, on the edge of a forest, there is a little house. People come here from all over to treat their insomnia, migraines, and other health issues. A witch doctor, Valentina, lives here. Here she is referred to as an herb doctor. I collect herbs from April to October. First, I collect lungwort, and lastly, I collect pine mint. You can't collect them earlier because then they don't have medicinal properties. The herbs should be the same as they grow in the ground. Each herb can treat any disease you see. Constant migraines are gnawing at him. Sergei has long understood that it has to do with his nerves. The local women are insidious. No wonder old-timers say that the forest witches, the Ovuds, used to live here, in gullets and lowlands. They frequently shattered the calm of the villagers. They stole horses, riding around, shouting and yelling, placing their big blossoms behind them, and displaying their big feet and bellowing. Witches copulated with normal men and gave birth to children. To cast a spell on a normal man was entertainment for them. If a boy was born, they slipped him to the villagers. They kept the girls. I ask what their troubles are and then offer a treatment, an herb to take. Some have cancer, others have problems with their kidneys or liver. Valentina comes out to meet her guest.
Good day.
Good day. While Sergei is telling his story, the herb doctor is watching him intently. She's trying to see the real reason of his suffering. Only then can she select the right herbs to cure him. She sees that Sergei suffers from severe headaches. She's asking him if he feels dizzy. Sergei says that recently he has been having nightmares. You have to take herbs. There is a black herb that acts as a tranquilizer. It's also called a yellow lady's slipper. Here it is. I will give you this herb, and you must take it according to my instructions. To balance your blood pressure, you'll have to take the cardiovascular herbal tea, which contains a lot of different herbs, which, for example, alfalfa, sweet clover, and astragalus and hops. It is good for your cerebral vessels. This is also good for cerebral vessels. It decreases blood pressure. The tranquilizing herbal tea that I'm going to give you will help you with sleep. It contains thyme, balm, marjoram, and hops. Those 4 herbs combine to make a tranquilizing herbal tea. There's also march, cinquefoil, turmentil, and comfrey, okay? I can give you those, maybe 3 herbs, 3 roots, and you can make a potion out of them all. You will make a potion with vodka. I'll teach you how to make it, okay? The Maari's pantheon of gods is numerous. That's why quite often members of the same family worship different gods. This herb doctor mostly worships the god of the earth and the god of the forest. She talks to them and asks for their advice. She receives knowledge from them. Valentina obtained the gift of healing from those gods in a miraculous way when her grandchild was seriously ill. I was crying a lot and praying to God. I didn't know what to do and where to go, and I went to the forest. In the forest, I felt like I had an epiphany. That is, I felt something coming down from the sky towards me. I saw something like a pillar of light. I just couldn't move. I looked at the place where it was and saw some herbs there. It appeared at a different place, and I saw the same herbs there again. I recognized it. It was the Orthilea secunda. I started using the herbs myself. Then people started asking for them. So I started going to the market with a couple of baskets full of herbs. That's how it all started. The Maari are very respectful of nature. They thank the gods for pure water, snow, rain, fire, and most of all, the forests which feed and heal them. Valentina knows which herbs to collect and how to store them. She collects cowberry in autumn with the first frost so that the grass is still green. Then it will survive all winter and it will not grow black and lose its healing properties. Marsh cinquefoil and pigweed have to be thoroughly dried and spread out flat or hung in a bundle. Linden flowers should be dried with the flowers facing down, hung under the ceiling in a dark and cool place. Here you feel the unreality, the detachment from modern life with the internet, smartphones, and other gadgets. It's felt very acutely. Here, the herb doctor has her secret bunker. She stores herbs for every disease imaginable in her cellar. You take a crawfish, dry it, and grind it in a coffee grinder.
Then you eat it?
Yes, yes, yes. This is the potion made from live crawfish and vodka. This one you have to prepare on the spot. Then you have to take it straight away. This is perfect for Sergei. It performs miracles when it comes to headaches. It stinks of mice. A hot herbal tea is followed by another conversation. By now, the herb doctor understands that the herbs on their own will not suffice in Sergei's case. She diagnoses his condition as a professional doctor would. It is a spell.
Yes, that's what she said.
Yes, a spell.
A strong one.
Yes.
I even felt that it was coming from here.
Yes, yes.
It felt as if someone had thrown something at you. Like black soil, they took it and threw it at you.
And threw it at you, right? You need to find a special old lady. When the old lady removes the spell, it returns the person who cast it on you. That's what you should find, right?
Do you know anyone like that?
Yes, I do. It's not that far, 36 kilometers from here. Her name is Ludmila. She lives in the Dometkino village. She'll have a look at you.
Okay.
And will straight away tell you what's happened. She'll also use cards. She'll tell you everything straight away, have a look at you, and do what's needed.
Thank you.
Having received all the healing herbs, Sergei now feels more confident. He starts on his way again, to visit another, more powerful witch doctor. Family discord is a path leading to divorce. For Sergei, a divorce would mean the end of his life. Losing his children, home, love, that's the end of his life.
I still love my wife, and I don't want to lose her. My family is precious to me. I've once even considered putting an end to it all, to this confused life. Just to end it once and for all. But every time I thought of it, I saw the faces of children and my wife in my mind.
In Maari culture, magic spells are considered to be very powerful means of influencing another. The Kova-vlak say that a spell concentrates energy. That is the energy itself. In the Maari dialect, a spell is called yu, which means energy. Sometimes a spell is also referred to suvadish, which means spitting, because at the end of uttering a spell, a person breathes out strongly, and it looks like spitting. The young woman, Katya, suddenly appeared in his life. They met at a party, and that was it. Since then, she has not left him alone. Sergei is now certain. She has cast a spell on him. Young women often revert to spells when their love is not returned. It is believed that if a spell is cast on someone, this person starts withering away, both metaphorically and literally, and Sergei feels worse every day. Ludmila has lived in this village her entire life. She has worked in the village club, was paid a good salary, married well, and gave birth to children. Her life was stable and prosperous, until she was struck down by tragedy. My brother shot my husband. It happened in 1979. I was left alone with 3 children. I went to various psychics and clairvoyants. I went to each and every one that I had heard about. I spent all my money on those visits until I found one person called Chikibar. And she told me to go away. She told me to write down a prayer. I wrote it down, and I told her, Nadia, what shall I do with it? She replied, whatever God tells you to. That kind of candle reading is popular amongst the Maari. The clairvoyant looks at the candle's flame and reads all the answers that the spirit of fire gives to the questions that were asked. She also addressed the Holy Trinity with those questions. O Holy Trinity, have mercy on us. O Lord, cleanse away our sins. O Master, forgive us for our iniquities. God bless, God bless, God bless Sergei and Yevgenia, for them to stay together. Yes. For them to stay together, for them to stay together. Yes. Sergei and Yekaterina, yes. No.
Ала виттинштиме, ала мардеждинштиме, ала конденчикенут, шабенкаенут, куми киши колшайдем, бюржим налан, бюрждин пура аракамштен, кунам ик кюмш совлага жин кошкин кертеш, тунамиш Екатерина Сергеем, дина жин кошкин бозмален керш.
The clairvoyant melts the candle wax and pours it into a cup of water, holding it over Sergei's head. The image that appears on the surface can reveal a lot about the future of the person, what dangers are lurking on his path, what he can expect, and how to avoid those dangers. But the main thing is, it reveals whether the spell can be undone. This is a bear.
What does that mean?
It's an image of a bear. A bear is the czar of the forest. So you are the czar, the master of your own self. It is not easy to find a clairvoyant. First of all, no one will ever share the address or the phone number of such an old lady with a stranger. Sergei was lucky. The herb doctor gave him the address of Ludmila. Otherwise, this visit wouldn't have been possible, and he would have not had a chance to learn about his future. The illnesses will go away. Things will get better, says Ludmila. But she advises Sergei to look for a powerful witch doctor who will remove the spell. He has to find one himself in the forest, praying to the supreme god Yumo. There, he will also find his sacred tree. Driving along the roads of the Republic, you can see the patches of forest from far away. Those are called kusoto, sacred groves. They look ordinary, with a fence and some slabs. The birch tree is surrounded by a chain of logs or just strained ropes. However, what looks ordinary to a layman will appear sacred and untouchable to someone who knows. There are a few sacred groves in Mariel. The whereabouts of those are known only to the locals. The Orshansk region is preparing for the traditional autumn praying. Women bake bread beforehand. It is flat and bland, designated for the sacrificial table. Sergei bought his sacrificial bread at a grocery store. One is permitted to do that. The main thing is that the offering comes from the heart and is given with good intentions.
The candlelight, may we have all our wishes fulfilled. May the God of earth, the God of well-being, the God of the sky, the God of the sun, the God of the moon, the God of the stars, and the God of the wind, all our gods together, protect us, give us energy, and bring us all well-being for everyone.
Peru Osh Kugu Yumo, the supreme god of light, is believed to reside in the main tree, Anapa. The Maari believe that the land where this tree grows possesses a great power. It is the axis connecting the sky, the earth, and the humans. The Maari forest is a special place, a mysterious world haunted by gods and evil spirits. The prayers and offerings take place there. Sergei heard the priests, or carts as they're called here, possess special powers. They act as mediators between people and the gods who protect people from misfortune and bestow well-being. As a child, Sergei helped his mother break the sacrificial bread. Its aroma permeated through the house. His mother had then explained to him that the bread was baked for a special occasion, that it would be taken to a sacred grove. Today, Sergei felt that he was going back in time, not only back to his childhood, but also back to the start of his people's faith. The cart cuts out little chunks of the bread and adds those to the table to share with everyone. It is a specific pagan communion, a meal of solidarity and gratitude. They bring cheese and candles to the offering tables too. The candles are made from pure wax. That is why they smell so strongly of honey. Under the tables, placed on wooden boards, are chunks of meat, offerings to the gods. Sergei has been thinking all day of his wife and children.
I want everything to return to normal, to go back to the way it used to be, so that everyone is happy and content. I want to restore the warmth, to restore my family. My wife is very precious to me. She has supported me a lot. She has always been there for me. I can see that she loves me and wants to rekindle our relationship so that everything is back to the way it was.
The Maari believed that misfortune comes for a reason. If you live in harmony with nature, the ancestors, spirits, and gods, you will be happy and well. Should you deviate from the maxims of the ancestors, accept the consequences. Each person has to have a pillar to lean on, their own ampa tree. Sergei needs to find such a tree, as a clairvoyant told him. He needs to find it and to pray to it. If the supreme god, Yumo, hears his prayer, he will guide Sergei towards the right path. The general prayer is a rhythmic song which puts one into a trance. The tranquilizing effect and a feeling of solidarity with the others is the goal of this joint prayer. The carts beat the tambourines and maintain the rhythm with a knife and an axe. They are warding off evil spirits from the sacred place. The priest asked the gods for fertility, health, clean water, well-being, and the happiness of family. The offerings are given to the gods so that they will hear the requests of each person present. While meat is being cooked in large cauldrons, women are preparing a Maari sopta, a black pudding mixed of blood and millet and peeled barley. The leftovers are not thrown away. It is either burnt or taken home. By the end of the ceremony, the grove will look as clean as it was before, as if no one came here. A sacred place is to be respected. Nobody breaks tree branches here, or goes to collect mushrooms and berries, let alone leaving litter behind. Sergei asked the cart where he can find a powerful witch doctor who will help him evict the evil spirits and remove the spell. The priest tells him where to go. It seems that the supreme god has heard the prayers of Sergei. The witch doctors, like Valentina, are called powerful or genuine here. She will evict all the evil spirits, cure your heart and body, release all your fears, and remove the spell. A witch doctor like her is very difficult to find. Her house, as if having no address, is on the edge of the village, isolated. There are no tracks to be seen, no sounds to be heard nearby. Only the snow crunches beneath our feet. Valentina does not frequently receive visitors. It is practically impossible to get an appointment with her. She will not open her door and allow just anyone inside. So that other people's misfortune and other health issues do not affect the witch doctor, she wears a national costume. This dress with an apron is the best way to protect her against evil spirits. It is very important to have your neck covered. Multiple rows of silver coins are wrapped around her neck, are not merely there as a decoration. Some people who come trust you, others don't. If a person is very unwell, then I feel tired after the visit. It is very hard to work with a very sick person. Sometimes you even fall sick yourself, and you become very tired. And that's why you have to cleanse yourself. You have to cleanse your own energy after such visits. Finally, Sergei feels very hopeful. He feels that he has finally found someone who will liberate him from the spell. The darkness of the little room, with a low ceiling, ominous silence, and an eerie gaze. Valentina starts the ritual of purifying, of evicting the spell. Sergei feels warmth all over his body. He is drowsy, soothed by the quiet Maari spells. His body stops obeying him, and his legs and arms feel lame. Now you can open your eyes. Do your arms feel heavy?
I don't know. It feels difficult to raise them.
Does it feel lighter now? Does your head feel heavy?
No, not really.
Do your legs feel heavy?
They also seem to be glued to the ground.
Move your feet. Do they feel lighter now?
Wait a sec. Now I can move them.
I removed the spell. It was done out of jealousy and opened your life path. Valentina offers Sergei poppy seeds. a coin, and salt. Now I will charge the Thursday salt with a special energy. It will be very strong. I will also charge the poppy seed and the coin to bring you luck and health, so that everything goes well at work and with your family and with your children. You should eat the Thursday salt and spread the poppy seed under your feet. On Holy Thursday, you should burn the salt and perform a special ritual. This poppy seed, pour a bit of it under your feet, close to the doorway at an entrance, behind it, and some of it on your way home. If anything bad was done under your feet, the poppy seed will neutralize it. Since time, immemorial people here have believed that poppy seeds help to ward off evil spirits. Now I will charge for the poppy seed. People believe that evil spirits cannot do any harm until they gather each seed. Poppy seeds can also put evil spirits to sleep. This Thursday salt has very strong properties. Mix it with normal salt, place it in a salt cellar, and use it with your meals. You can use it with hot or cold meals. Not only you, your whole family should use it. Your wife, children, and you. Here you go. This is for you.
Thank you.
First, I need to wash this coin with salty cold water, and then I will charge it for you with special energy. Thursday, or black salt, is to be burnt on Holy Thursday during the Holy Week. Witch doctors often use its magical properties. Thursday salt was used in ancient rituals to evict evil spirits and protect one from spells. Wrap this coin in cotton cloth, or place it in a little purse or a pocket, and always carry it with you. It shouldn't be touching any other coins. And that's it. Our ritual is over. The coin is a token of luck. The Kova-vlak seems to be resurrecting the past, connecting the present with the past generations. My godmother was also a very strong witch doctor. No one in the village ever went to a hospital. They all went to her. And so was my mother. I mostly heal people, but I also do other practices. I consider myself a witch doctor, a whisperer. There are different witch doctors. I am a whisperer. I whisper spells and prayers. That's the way it works. I've been doing it for a very long time. And if I'm able to help, I never refuse anyone. The Russian sauna has traditionally been considered a sacred place. Midwives used to deliver babies there, perform various rituals and divinations. In a sauna, one was tested by fire and water. One was bare and open to the invisible world. According to the Maari beliefs, a man is being reborn in a sauna. His whole body is being reset. That is why the main rituals are performed here. Sergey, is your stomach all right?
It troubles me.
It happens. Bend your knees. Let's see your stomach. Your navel is displaced. You must have lifted something very heavy. We need to perform a stomach massage, so you'll have to come back a few times. If I press here, then everything goes up. That's the way we're going to do this massage. Relax, relax, don't be afraid. Valentina removed the spell. Sergei now has nothing to be afraid of. He's clean. The witch doctor will accept neither money nor gifts for her work. A bow suffices. It's not her who helps a person, but the gods, the spirits, who she communicates with. Sergei feels as he's coming back to reality from an ancient mystical world. Now he will open the door and be back in his 21st century reality. The house feels warm and cozy. The aroma of baking is all around. Nobody remembers the spell or a young woman who wanted to come between Sergei and his wife at any cost. Coming back home, Sergei will say that his strength is in his family. Love and breakup spells and charms. 100-year-old forest haunted by gods. Fortune-telling and prayers passed from one generation to another for hundreds of years. Sacred groves honored by everyone since ancient times. The quaint Maari beliefs are the echo of a distant past. It is a true miracle that this mysterious world has survived in the midst of this bustling civilization. The world where the people of knowledge, the Kova-vlak, will always welcome those who are in need and whisper their ancient spells in the remote villages, regardless of the technological progress.